Hi, this is John Williams coming to you from my home office in Henderson, Nevada. I'm so glad that you're tuning in to this short video presentation. I'm a one-star presidential director with GIA Wellness, and I'm putting this video together for my friends, relatives, and people that I care about because I want to let them know about something that's significant that's happened at GIA recently, something that could impact their financial future in the most profound way. Now, it's possible that you've received this link from one of my friends, so I want to introduce myself to you and tell you a little bit more about who GIA Wellness is before I get into the main topic of my program today. GIA Wellness was established in 2010 with the idea of providing inspired wellness to the world. GIA stands for growth, inspiration, and abundance. That means growth in our health and well-being, inspiration that encourages us to live our best life, and abundance that leads to true financial freedom. GIA's mission and purpose has always been to enable families to thrive in this ever-increasing wireless age. We've always had a keen focus on children because they are the most vulnerable because of the constant exposure to wireless technology. We've done a really good job of getting the word out and helping people to connect the dots by sharing the good news. But now it's time to take GIA to an entirely new level. On March 1st, 2018, GIA launched a brand new approach to bringing wireless safety to the world. The Inspired Wellness Home is the very definition of thriving in the wireless age. The Inspired Wellness Home is the first and only comprehensive solution to reducing the disruption and disharmony caused by exposure to wireless technology. Now, you may be wondering, is it really an issue? The answer is yes. All you have to do is look at this photo of a very typical home. We're living in a sea of negative energy that is having a devastating impact on short-term and long-term health. We have laptops, computers, cell phones, smartphones, smart meters, iPads, routers, and the list goes on and on. In my home, we have multiples of many of these devices. Is it any wonder why people are starting to understand the negative impact? They're starting to feel it every single day. Check out some of the symptoms caused by exposure to wireless technology. I know that if we were having a conversation right now, you'd be sharing about how you and your family have many of these symptoms. I can remember in one of my presentations, an 18-year-old girl told us that many of her friends have at least half of these issues. I've heard that about 35% of people are what we call electrosensitive. I can tell you that I am. I've felt this energy for many, many years. It's interesting that as adults, we can describe what we're feeling, but what about children? They're feeling many of these same things, but just can't describe it. All they can do is try to live with it. And parents are wondering what's happening to my child. That brings me to GIA Moms on a Mission. If you don't do anything else after watching this video, please go to our Facebook group and request to join us. We're on a mission to bring awareness to parents everywhere, and we need your help and your involvement. The Inspired Wellness Home is the solution. It's the way that families will continue to enjoy using wireless devices they love so much, but do it in an environment that's safe and provides peace of mind in knowing that they're doing everything possible to safeguard their families. GIA Wellness is the only company offering a 360-degree approach to health and wellness in this wireless age as we focus on three key areas: superhydration, inspired energy, and nourishment. I'm not going to get into details about our products and patented technologies here today. I'll provide more about that later. It's really about the results people are getting from their Inspired Wellness homes that I want you to know about. I want to take a few minutes for you to meet Shelley Walker from Uvalde, Texas, and Chantel Young from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. I had an opportunity to interview them about their overall results. Check this out. Shelley's from Uvalde, Texas, and she's a good friend of Tracy Hillis. And Shelley is brand new to us. She's been in with us probably a couple months now, Shelley, I'm going to say. Is that right?
Since December, I've been using the product.
Well, Shelley, I met you probably a month and a half ago or two, and we were just having a great conversation with Tracy, and I asked you what these products have done for you and your family, and I was blown away. I just wish we could have recorded it then, but I'm so glad that you're with us today. And in essence, you know, we didn't have the Inspired Wellness Home then, but pretty much you've got a package that included almost all the products from the Inspired Wellness Home. And so could you share with us today maybe before and after effect of what the products have done for you and your kids and your family?
Yes. Well, for years I've used the Cell Guard on my cell phones, and I just never really bothered to check out if there was anything else available, until I ran into Tracy in December, and she had a booth set up, and I was like, wait a minute, what's all this stuff? How come I don't know about any of this? And I did the Operation Hydration. My younger daughter and I did it. It was incredible. We have been on the eye water ever since. I got cell guards for all of our phones and all of our devices, TVs, our Wi-Fi. I bought all of the home harmonizer, the car harmonizer. I've pretty much just infiltrated the whole house as I can, and it's made a remarkable difference in my children, who are addicted to electronics as always. My son has always complained of headaches and been very irritable, and my daughter also. It's just completely turned our home life around, and just the attitudes and easygoing, and my son has not had any headaches, and it's just amazing the difference that it's made in our house.
Now, it's interesting that you said attitudes, and I guess in the way people get along. Isn't that an amazing thing? And that's what I was saying about children, is the kid can't articulate what's going on inside of them when they're exposed to this, and the parents are trying to figure it out. But the best part of this is that just by taking our products and putting them throughout your home, it's almost like, when you told me the story, I was thinking it's almost like you went back to normal, the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Do you feel that way?
Yes. It does. It was just a definite turnaround, because I used to just complain all the time about it's not supposed to be this hard. It's not supposed to be this, it's not supposed to be this way. It's not supposed to be such arguing all the time about everything, and everything being so difficult to do. And now it's like we can just talk to each other, and it's not aggression and attitude all the time. It's easygoing, and it's so nice.
I'm curious, do your children know it, or do they sense that also?
Yes, they actually, all of my children wear the GIA pendants. They wear the light one, and my son, who is ADHD, he started wearing his first. And one day he called me from school and said, "Mom, I don't think my medicine's working today." And I'm like, "Well, I know you took it. I don't know what to tell you except try to make it through the rest of the school day." And when I picked him up, he didn't have his pendant on. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize." And so my children will not go anywhere without their pendant, because they understand how it helps them.
Wow. Well, Shelley, I certainly enjoyed our conversation. I mean, it just inspired me to keep sharing the good news with people, and I'm so glad that you've joined our team, and I know that you're serious about getting out there and helping other people to discover now what you know. And it's going to be so much fun to watch what happens to families, and that's really what it's about. It's about almost like one family at a time, and you're going to hear a lot of these stories because of what you're going to be doing. So I appreciate you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, what I want to do now is I want to bring on another special guest. Let's see if I can highlight this video. There she is. Chantel, how are you?
Yay.
Well, I am so glad that you are joining us tonight, because you and I have talked about this for quite a long time, and you've been with GIA for a while, so you've experienced our products in your family, some of them since they were born. I'm pretty sure you said the other day. And we were talking the other day. In fact, we did a video together just to kind of share the good news and share the stories that have been happening with your family. Now, it's interesting, when you are a part of GIA and you experience these products on a daily basis, you get pretty accustomed to feeling how you feel. As Shelley said, that normal feeling. But I think when you really can think about it, you can find the things that have happened. And maybe you could share with us tonight some of the impact our products have had on your family.
I would love to. And it's funny because when I got into GIA, I was a lot on the preventive side. My background's in nursing and live blood microscopy. So anything we can do to get good energy is good to me, and to have hydration and to be able to detox is something that I talk about all the time. And it wasn't until, like, I would always share, and we've protected our home for a while, and Riker has been wearing the pendant since he's a newborn. And I have to say that once we did the whole wellness home, I started realizing that it wasn't just my parenting, why my kids were so calm and they didn't have the anxiety, they slept well, they didn't have allergies. And I kept looking around, and all my friends were complaining about their kids, like not being able to communicate with their kids, and they were so frustrated. And then I was like, wow, well, my kids don't have that. So, I mean, I'd love to say that it was all my parenting, and I know it's not. As good as I believe I'm a good mom, we have this calmness in our home because I've protected our home. We have the home harmonizers in our home. The kids are protected with their pendants and the cell guards. But more than that, the nutrients is something really big for us. Our kids are very active, and our body gets exhausted. You know, they don't stop. And I have McKenna's that's in university, and she'll study till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but she knows that she'll take her vitamins and her edge to just repair the body a lot faster. So we've kind of, like you would, the best way that I can explain it is like when you protect yourself from the sun, you protect yourself with the sunscreen, the hat, the sunglasses. You actually stay away from the sun for even sometime during the day. And that's the best approach that I can say about GIA. We have that, all the products to cover and protect yourself 360. And it's from, you know, the hydration and the detoxing and protection against the EMF. We have it all. And if you've ever been around someone that has really good energy and you're like, you want some more, that's my house. We have good energy in our home, and I feel it every time I walk in. And I have to say that GIA's given me everything I didn't even know I was missing. And now that I hear other people, I'm like, wow, this is something I need to share a lot more, because for everyone to feel this energy, you'll never want to go back.
I'm glad we're doing this tonight and talking about this from that family point of view. I think it's the first time we've really done this. And I'm curious, Bill, that your kids know there's something going on with our product?
Oh, absolutely. I remember one time Riker took off his pendant and he was swimming at my mother-in-law's, and then when we got home, he was really excited, and I was like, what is going on with this child? He almost had, like, he looked like he couldn't control his energy in a bad way. It was very wired. And I remember at that time Jason said, does he have his pendant on? And I looked and he didn't have it, and he had left it at my mother-in-law's. So it didn't take us long to get the pendant, put it on him, and within 15 minutes, he was calm again. And people always, say to us how calm he is. And I'd love to say again that it's all him, but it's this good energy that he has, and he's not fighting against all the stressors that we all fight, every day. So they definitely know. The kids, even the water, when they go away for a weekend, they know they're missing that eye water. And I know a lot of people on here know that feeling. It's a fantastic feeling. When you're drinking that water, there's just something magical about it.
Well, I'm glad we spent some time talking about the kids, because, that's my passion right now, is really helping kids out. And this, ADD and ADHD and all the things they're going through and all the medications that they're prescribing and not really knowing what's going on. It just seems to be happening. And I think I'm going to share this video with a lot of people that I know so that they can really take action to help their family. And I'm so glad that you've been able to take the time out tonight and come on with us. I know it's after 9 o'clock there and you're very busy, but I do appreciate you for sharing. Thanks, Chantel. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, such great stories. Did you hear Shelley say, we couldn't understand why it was so hard? How many parents are saying exactly the same thing right now? How many would love to know that there's an easy way that'll make a difference? One of my favorite quotes I discovered many years ago comes from futurist and author Faith Popcorn. She said, when you have a product and service that everybody needs and wants and they just don't know it yet, you have the opportunity to create great wealth. That's exactly where we are with GIA and the Inspired Wellness Home. As I said earlier, we've done a great job so far, but things are about to get very exciting. 5G, the next big thing in cellular systems, is about to roll out in neighborhoods all over North America. Soon, you'll walk out your front door and look to the left and see a new cell tower, and then look to the right and see a brand new cell tower. They'll be on almost every light pole. There will be no way to get away from it, and you can't stop it. I'm calling it the 5G wake-up call. I included this slide just to create a little humor, but really it's not that funny. This is exactly what many will look like as they begin to wonder if there's any way to survive this invisible intrusion that's affecting every part of their life. People across North America will be looking for a solution to something they didn't even know they needed until now. We will be there to fill the need. That's opportunity. And that really is what my message today is all about. During the next 3 to 5 years, GIA will grow to be a $300 to $500 million company. Much of that growth will be shared with those who are helping to make it happen. I'm on a mission to create a group of people who are passionate about families and children and who are willing to step up and step into a new way to create a great income as they share the Inspired Wellness Home with the world. This group of ordinary people from all walks of life will create an extraordinary life filled with abundance that only comes from doing something significant for others. I've got to be honest with you, I do believe in luck. I believe that being in the right place at the right time is a little bit lucky. But the real lucky part is when you are in the right place at the right time and you realize that you're there. Then it's all about taking action. In my mind, it comes down to 2 simple choices. Join us or join us. I want you to join us and safeguard your family and then work with us to help share the good news with other families all across North America. Or I want you to join us and safeguard your family and help us to share the good news with families all over North America and then allow GIA to reward you with a second income or a new career that most people only dream of. Reach out to me as soon as you can for more information about joining my team. If the timing is not right for you, I understand. Pass my video on to someone else you love or care about so that they have the opportunity to change their future in the most profound way. Thanks for tuning in.